Every NFL quarterback falls into one of these 7 levels. No matter how long you've been watching football, they've fallen somewhere on this spectrum since the beginning of time. And there's only a few people who have ever even come close to level 7. But obviously we're not going to start there. Level 1 is garbage, the bottom of the barrel. Their accuracy is non-existent, their decision making is stupid, just no redeemable qualities whatsoever. Back in the day, there's this quarterback named Nathan Peterman, and teams kept giving him chances despite him being absolutely terrible. What he was known best for was ruining games immediately with his awful quarterbacking. 5 interceptions in one half against the Chargers. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 30 minutes of football. Then you have Will Levis with the Titans just this past year. Every single week was just a new meme. Titans fans had given up on the season by week 5, and now they have the number 1 overall pick. Don't even get me started on Jamarcus Russell. The Raiders gave this dude $61 million to sign immediately, and he was god awful. He would show up to practice overweight. He couldn't read a defense. He had zero work ethic. He would rather drink lean than actually play football. It was actually really, really funny. I mean, this dude was supposed to be the savior of the franchise, and they picked him over Calvin Johnson. You only watch level 1 QB play for one of 2 reasons. You watch it as a comedy, or you watch it just because you're a fan of the team. But no one actually takes this level seriously. Unlike level 1, in level 2, you can actually win games with your backup. Now and then, if the stars align, you may even get the occasional decent performance. Level 2 includes former stars, or starters, who have fallen off from grace like Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Mitch Trubisky. But I mean, is there really even a better job than being a backup in the NFL? This might be the best job in America. I mean, these guys are making $7 to $12 million a year to maybe play 1 or 2 games. Like Mitch Trubisky is up in Buffalo now, and he's backing up Josh Allen. He's never going to play. Their lack of elite skill really means that they often end up as career backups, but they're smart enough to stick around. People like them, which is actually surprising because nobody seems to like Russell Wilson. But you can put these guys into situations and not immediately lose the game. But let's be real, you're not winning a Super Bowl with level 2 quarterbacks starting. They're just good enough to keep you from being a complete embarrassment on national television. Alright, level 3 starters. Like Tua, like Kyler Murray, like Joe Flacco back in his prime. Not great, not terrible. They're fine. They're starters. Level 3 quarterbacks are best suited for getting you to around like 9 wins and fighting for a wild card spot. Any sort of team where you're not losing games is the primary objective. Unlike level 2, starting quarterbacks might actually have more than one read in their progression. Some decent arm talent, they can manage a game without completely falling apart. You might even get some solid stats, 3,500 yards, maybe 25 touchdowns, only 12 interceptions. And I know people are going to be mad at me about Kyler Murray putting him in this category, but I mean, what else is he at now? I mean, we're in like year 7 and the man's got 1 playoff appearance. I mean, they're fine. Same with Tua. They made the playoffs a couple times, but they aren't going to win any games in December. Then you have Joe Flacco, though. He's like the perfect example of this level. Most of his career, he was just there, solid, reliable. I mean, the only reason that anybody would even think that they were Super Bowl contenders was because they had the best safety of all time in Ed Reed and the best linebacker of all time in Ray Lewis. Nobody was scared of Joe Flacco until 2012. But that's what makes these starters actually legendary, because they can go on a playoff run. They can just get hot, and all of a sudden, you're catapulted into the Super Bowl. Level 3 quarterbacks will get you to the playoffs every few years, keep your fan base just enough hope to buy season tickets, but don't expect anything too crazy. They're the definition of NFL purgatory. Too good to replace, not good enough to win with. Level 4, we have really good quarterbacks. Here we'll begin to actually talk about respected QBs in the league. Some of them may even be your favorite. What separates them from normal starters is that these guys have the ability to get hot at the right time, make clutch throws in big moments, and actually lead their team to championship games. And because of this, they enjoy a great amount of respect from casual fans who can't really distinguish them from higher levels. Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl and got to 2 of them. Brock Purdy took the 49ers to the Super Bowl. Jared Goff has the Lions in the NFC Championship game. Phillip Rivers also made it to an AFC Championship game too. But here's the thing, and this is really crucial. They all need help, potentially, to carry the load. Jalen Hurts had the best O-line in the league, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Saquon Barkley, who rushed for 2,000 yards. Brock Purdy has Kyle Shanahan. Phillip Rivers had really, really great offenses. and so does Jared Goff, who was once with the LA Rams and Sean McVay and was now with Ben Johnson. So I guess we'll see how he does this year. But that's really level 4. Really good quarterbacks who need the right situation to really maximize their potential, but you can definitely get to and also win Super Bowls with them. Level 5 is just greatness. Everyone from this level on can legitimately carry a franchise. Level 5 has elite arm talent, clutch genes, and can make throws that 90% of quarterbacks in the league just simply can't make, and they have the consistency to actually do it. This is probably the most varied group on here. You've got youngsters like Joe Burrow, who can dissect any defense and that has ice-cold mentalities in the biggest moments. Then you have Josh Allen, who just won his first MVP award, finally getting the recognition after the years of carrying Buffalo on his back. You got legends like Troy Aikman and Jim Kelly, guys who are absolutely special at their peaks. Aikman won 3 Super Bowls with the Cowboys. Jim Kelly took the team to 4 straight Super Bowls in Buffalo. And the difference between level 5 and level 6 is that they're just not first ballot Hall of Famers on their own just yet. Troy Aikman obviously did make it in, but that was because he had Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, the best O-line, and they won 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. But it wasn't necessarily Troy Aikman doing, even though he was great. Josh Allen is on here because he's won an MVP now, but he hasn't made a Super Bowl. And we've seen MVPs who have made Super Bowls not make it to the Hall of Fame on their first ballot. So he's not there just yet. But level 5 is really great quarterbacks who are just missing that one piece of consistency or championship pedigree that would make them absolutely legendary. Level 6 is special. First ballot Hall of Famers. All right. And suddenly we get a lot less mainstream. I think we all know probably who's on this list. At this level, the quarterbacking just demands your attention. Take Lamar Jackson. He's literally having 2 Hall of Fame careers simultaneously. As a passer, he's got elite efficiency numbers. He literally just threw for 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. He's the only quarterback to rush for 1,000 yards in a single season twice. Level 6 quarterbacks have their ability to dominate in any era. You have guys like Aaron Rodgers, the most talented thrower of the football we've ever seen, Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, all doing things. They're all going to be first ballot Hall of Famers if they're not already. But here's what's interesting about level 6. They're almost close to mastery. There's still something that's holding them back from that final level. Some of them didn't win enough championships, like Rodgers only has 1 and so does Brees. Lamar only has 2 MVPs, he hasn't won 1 yet. Others just need more time, like Mahomes. He's already got 3 Super Bowls, he's got a couple MVPs, but he just needs a little bit more that's separating him from becoming a master. And whether it's more championships, more longevity, or just that undefiable it factor that makes him more transcendent, that's what leads us into level 7. Master quarterbacks are extremely rare and come by once in a generation. They operate on a completely different level. And I need you guys to understand, I think only 3 players have ever reached quarterback mastery. Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, and Tom Brady. Peyton Manning was a pre-snap master. Joe Montana with the clutch gene. Tom Brady had it all. The longevity, the championships, the clutch gene, and the pre-snap mastery. The ability to elevate everyone around him no matter what. 7 Super Bowls. He played until he was 45 years old at an elite level. Joe Montana was 4 for 4 in Super Bowls, and Peyton Manning got to 4 Super Bowls and winning 5 MVPs. They were just on a different level. Peyton Manning in 2013 was unconscious until he met the Legion of Boom. But up until then, he was an absolute master. They checked every single box: championships, individual awards, longevity, clutch performances, leadership, football IQ. If you want to understand what makes football so great and so popular, you start by watching these 3 play. And you'll understand mastery soon enough.